Welcome to the kitchen of White Oak Estate and Gardens with Chef John Folse in a very fall-looking kitchen, I must say, John. It's appropriate.
I tell you what, some of the best foods of the season, though, in the fall, of course, hunting is kind of at its best, right? At that point in time, fishing is in. And then you have all this array of everything for color and flavor and some unique items that you don't see the rest of the year. You're familiar with this old CUSHAW, right, huh? Now, most of the time people think of this as a decorative, you kind of have it for Halloween or something like that. But that was one of the great dishes that my Uncle Paul, I tell you about my Uncle Paul who had Cabanose hunting camp down in, not only a hunting camp, but it was all of the family would arrive there on a Sunday for extended family meals and food. And we learned to cook at the apron strings of Uncle Paul. And he was one of the, not only the great camp cook, but he was a great family cook. He was one of my great uncles. And he introduced me to not only the CUSHAW, but all of the different pumpkins and gourds and squash. And what we have in here today is a great, great dish. We have in sweet potatoes, which of course is in the season. And we take in the CUSHAW. Most people don't know if you cut it open, take the seeds out, you're gonna have something that has this beautiful color to it. We boil it on the shell, and then we just take a knife and we cut it off the shell after it's boiled, and we just boil it. We put a little sugar in the water as well. Now, if you take that and kind of mash it a little bit for me, we're gonna make a what would be considered a side dish. It's a sweet side dish, but think about this as a pumpkin pie dish too. You could put it in pies or turnovers, breakfast dishes at a hunting camp or at the estate. You got that?
Now, these sweet potatoes, some people call them yams. Is there any difference between a yam and a sweet potato?
Well, I can tell you that at the end of the day, not much. But yams and sweet potatoes were defined separately by the area of the South they were raised in. And yams come from the African word yame, which means yummy, to eat. So that's where the word yam comes from.
They were talking about.
Now go ahead and mash those sweet potatoes. Now you see we combining a non-sweet dish, the CUSHAW, to a sweet dish, the yams, and then I'll tell you what, let me grab this and you start throwing in. Look at the butter. How are you going to cook anything in Louisiana without butter, huh?
I'm gonna tell you.
And just a little bit, just go ahead.
Little?
Yeah, just a little bit.
When you say a little bit,
Okay, now I'm going to mash that in like that really good. Now, why don't you throw in my sugar, my brown sugar?
Right.
Yeah, just throw it all in there. Just dump it in, I teach my cooks to say, dump it in. That's all we need to do.
One day I'm going to get a supervisor position here and get somebody else to do all this manual labor.
Anytime, but remember, we have a lot of fun, but we don't pay worth a damn, huh?
All right, now what is this spice here I'm getting ready to
That's
do?
flour, but only put about half in. That's going to be my thickening agent, right? That's going to kind of thicken it up a little bit. Now, what would you do with this? I keep saying, it's a pie filling. We could also see it going onto the table in little turnovers or in little pies that would be handed out to the friends and family as well. But now you see, so the creaminess of this is incredible. So let's put go ahead, more sugar, right? This is cane syrup. Look at that. So dump the cane syrup in there.
This might take a while.
Well,
that's pretty thick
once you eat it, you don't have to worry about being hungry for a while. So we're going to go ahead and put this in and then let it go a little bit. Okay, I'm going to just stir it up well. And now the only thing I have to do now is add my spices to it.
Right.
And you can add my cinnamon, my nutmeg, my clove, all of those great, great flavors.
Oh, this is as much spice, I think, as we've used in a dish.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what. Well, it's made for that, and a little bit vanilla as well. So you have all the common spices, the clove, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, all of that, a little bit vanilla. Okay. And what about that bottle right there?
What are you going to do with that bottle?
Oh, I'll tell you what, that's our secret right here. That's our secret. Bourbon whiskey right here, a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, Uncle Paul wouldn't
now,
have.
Do you have to be 18 to eat this?
No, but it helps.
All right.
Go ahead, let's finish this up. The yams and the sweet potatoes are nice and creamy. Okay. Let's go ahead and add, you can add the cream in here, just about, half of that, that's good. And the eggs next, and the eggs are gonna hold it all together. So just whip the eggs, you can whip them up and dump them right in here. I can see you're an egg whipping expert right there, because I see you've been doing that a long time.
I got whipped by a few and I whipped a few.
Now, of course, the eggs are gonna hold it all together, right? I mean, it's gonna make it nice and and dense. Now I want you to think about this a little bit. There's a lot going on in this bowl. I mean, all of the yams, the sweet potatoes, the sugar, all of the spices, the cane syrup, the bourbon. But at the end of the day, this is one of those celebratory dishes, as I said, that goes in that big crock that my mare and Papa used to always have on the table when the children visited on Sunday. Well, it's going to go right into an oven, and we're going to bake it at 350 degrees. It's going to take about 45 minutes or so. And then we can add a little bit of that powdered sugar to it. Let me put a little bit more of that in here. This is my portion. Now you sprinkle a lot of powdered sugar on top of that. We need more sugar, in other words,
Lord.
right? And again, so I think you can see this is a simplistic dish. It's a dish of generations in South Louisiana. It certainly found its way on the holiday tables, the main tables, and the hunting camp.
And if you'd like to try this at home, you can find this on all of our episodes. We have our cooking features at BayouWildTV.com and also in your cookbook called Can You Dig It, the vegetable book.
Absolutely, Can You Dig It? That's it.
Where will we find the book?
In all of the bookstores, we have it all in there. You can just call us at our office, Chef John Folse and Gonzalez, and we'll get it to you.
Let's get rid of these people and go test this CUSHAW.
Yeah, y'all get out of here. Y'all
Let's
get
go.
out of here.
Let's go.
We love you, though.
See ya.
Y'all just get out of here.